Commitment. Today, we're going to be talking about commitment and why it is that, like, when we get that emotion of, I want to do this thing, but I'm not doing it. What's that all about? We're going to put this in the form of a message to the past. Boom, whiteboard. It's going to be, we're going to write a message to past Noba. I'm thinking we're going to write to, like, 15-year-old Noba. So, like, middle of the teenage years, right? All that stress and anxiety and stuff. And we're going to write a message to that Noba about commitment. I want to frame today by telling a story about when I was learning to drive. So maybe I was actually 16. And I remember something happened. I was merging into a lane, and it was like a 70, 65, 70, 80 mile per hour road. Okay, so we're going fast. And we're merging, and I remember I just didn't check behind me. I didn't see anybody, right? And I fully committed to the merge. You know, I'm going really fast. I just like throw on my blinker and I turn, right? I immediately, in my rear view, I saw there was a guy like right behind me. I never saw him. And it's super fascinating because I heard a stat that if two drivers see each other and they both hit their brakes at the same time, they're likely to collide, right? And the point is, I didn't see that person, but they saw me. So they adjusted for me. And we're talking about commitment today. Think about 16-year-old Noba who's merging. That is full commitment. It's like, hey, I'm coming into the road. Now, this isn't driving advice, but this is life advice. When it comes to committing, when we can commit to the level that's like, okay, there's nothing behind me. I am doing this, right? That's sort of where we need to get. And so the sentence that I want to write to myself is actually, in terms of commitment, it's actually about belief more than commitment. Because if, again, that driving thing frames it all for me. If I believed that there was a car behind me, right, it would have been a much more painful merging experience, you know? And you know, don't read too deep into this analogy, okay? Because obviously, like, driving etiquette, you know, it's like, yeah, so don't read too deep into this analogy. In order for commitment to, like, really work, I think that there's two things that I did not have that I would like to have had. That's belief and desire, okay? So these two things. First off, it's like, okay, I want to get into that lane. I desire to be here and not there. Or I desire to be there or not here. Whatever it is, right? I think step one is desire. And then step two is belief, okay? And I think that that's because, like, let's say you desire, okay, step one, desire, two, belief, all right? If we take this for like a test drive, no pun intended, if you want to get into that lane, but you don't believe that it's safe or you don't believe that you can, right? Then you're going to hold, you're going to brake, you're going to halt, you're going to slow down, right? But if you believe, you're like, yep, I can make it. If you believe that, you're going to send it, you know? And in life, sometimes we crash. And when we crash, we learn. The learning from the crashing is so important, though. So I think for my sentence that we're going to be writing today, it's going to be like, figure out what you want. Okay, I retconned some stuff. I'll edit out the whole yappage from that. Here's where I'm at right now, okay? It wasn't super useful, but here's where I'm at, okay? Commitment equals desire plus belief. It's an equation, right? I think that this is the Noba equation here. So in order to commit to something, it is a mixture of both these things. All right. It is a mixture of them. And if the desire is super high, then you need less belief. And if the desire is super low, then you need more belief to get to commitment. Let me give an example of how this works, okay? You got an entrepreneur, okay? And they want to start their business, okay? Let's say that they desire, like, they want to do this, like, they want to breathe air. This is their desire. It is burning inside of them. They need to make this business, right? They need less belief because they want it so bad that they're going to do it, even if belief is small, even if, like, I don't know how to do it, but I want it so bad, they'll figure it out along the way, right? Now, flip it around, right? Let's say this businessman, this is their 10th business, okay? Like, they know that they can do this. They know all the steps. They're like, this is easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's my 10th business. It's fine. Their belief is level 1 million. They know that they can do it. They know what to do. They know how to do it. So their desire doesn't really need to be that big because it's like easy for them. They can be like, yeah, I want to. Like, you can't have 0 desire, but you can have like level 3 desire and be like, yeah, I'll do another business, right? It's more of a casual choice for that person. And then in both situations, you get commitment. Now, ideally, I think that you can focus on sort of, okay, I need more desire. Okay, I need more belief, right? And like, it's like, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to lose weight, or I want to gain muscle, or I want to whatever, right? It's like, okay, well, what's your desire for that? Like, what's your desire level for that? What's your belief level for that? See, my message to the past for Noba, here's the key, right? That Noba, I was like, belief 0, desire 5. Okay, it just wasn't enough, right? So belief was 0, desire was 5. I think figure out what you want. I'm going to get rid of that because I kind of knew intuitively what I wanted. I just wrote down fake it till you make it, ? I think that fake it till you make it works sometimes, okay? It works sometimes, but I want to rewrite it, okay? Because the concept works, right? I think that here's the thing. Fake it till you make it. It sort of works because when you're faking it, you experience failure, right? And reframe it as success, right? When you fake it till you make it, you're gonna experience failure, but you immediately reframe it as a success, right? This is what fake it till you make it is, I think. So we experience failure and we reframe it as a success. Okay, this is what I wrote down. And I think that this is fake it till you make it, right? But because okay, like think about fake it till you make it, right? Let's say you're faking. What are we gonna fake? Let's fake something. We're gonna fake being a chef until we make it. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I want to cook the best steak, right? And I got no idea how. So fake it till you make it says start. Just do it, right? You're gonna just like go down, slap your steak on the grill, right? And then like let's say your steak comes out not as good as you thought. Okay. You would be like, okay, well, this steak is too blah. And then you're like, here's what I'll do next time, right? So fake it till you make it. It works because you experienced failure. Your steak was too X. And so now you reframe it as a success. You're like, now I know that if when I do that, my steak was too X, so I will do this. That's a successful experience, right? That's no longer a failure experience. That's a learning process. That's a successful experience. How does this apply to commitment? Past Noba would commit to something a little, okay? I'd commit to something a little, and then it wouldn't quite work out, and I'd get distraught. And that failure was gonna get in my way, and it's like, okay, I messed it up, so I didn't get there. This was a big thing for me in school, okay? I would take a test, and when I would study for it, I got like a B. When I wouldn't study for it, I would get like a C. Okay, and I would probably only study for like 20 minutes, okay, so nothing crazy. I was like really lackluster with it, and I was like, okay, well, studying, it was only a B, like it didn't get me very far, right? And so the fake it till you make it sort of experience failure and reframe it as a success, right, that would sort of push you towards, okay, I studied, I got a B, that's better than a C, so if I study more, I can get an A, right? That's sort of the fake it till you make it type of thing, right? Now, here's where Noba got caught in the trap. I would sit on those emotions of failure. I would stay in the failure space. I wouldn't move. I would stay there, right? I would just stay there and be like, okay. And then I got C's, right? And so how I got into like a good university blows my mind. I don't know. But like my high school grades were like C's and B's and a couple A's. When you experience failure, and this is again message to Noba, when you experience failure, learn one thing valuable from what happened. Oh no, my deluxe whiteboard has come down. All right, how's this? When you experience failure, learn one valuable thing. Wait, when you experience failure from, When you experience failure, learn one thing valuable from what happened. How about this? Learn one valuable thing. Boom. Easy. Way better. When you experience failure, learn one valuable takeaway. Let's call it a takeaway. Takeaway. When you experience failure, how about obtain one valuable takeaway? Boom. When you experience failure, obtain one valuable takeaway. What this is going to allow me to do is it's going to feed into commitment. Okay? So, like, if we walk through it, right? I commit to something. It's like I go and do it. Again, because my desire was, like, kind of there. My belief wasn't really there. And so it's like, okay, I'm inevitably going to experience failure. So it's like, then I would sit in it, and then I'd go back to 0. My belief would go -1, and then my desire would be like, okay, well, it didn't work. I don't want it anymore, right? And I'd give up. I wasn't fighting for it, right? So in this way, I experienced that failure, and then I'm like, now I have one valuable takeaway from that. Now, the challenge is going to, like, if anybody were to actually do this in real life, the challenge is going to actually be to set the emotions of failure aside and have a real takeaway. Like, I still struggle with this today, right? Like, when looking at a failure, it is really challenging to sometimes pull a takeaway. It's not intuitive for many people. So it's hard. This is really hard. However, in the Message to the Past series, it's powerful because we can write a message to past Noba that just automatically works in the brain. And this is OP, right? If this would work, this is busted. All right, that's all I got for today. Hey, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and watch it all the way. Watch all my videos. Go watch all of them. Okay, thanks. Bye.